I was having a right good old boogie then. Hello and welcome back to the Waypenny Podcast. If you were listening on the radio then, we are live at Riverside Radio. And if you were listening, we just had a mixture of Christmas tunage and a couple of modern hits just to keep the balance, you know, because it is Christmas. I'm doing a Camilla Cabello. This week's topic of the week, yet again, is Christmas. I couldn't not do another Christmas episode, I'm afraid. I'm just feeling the Christmas spirit a tad too much this year. Too much? I don't know. Christmas. Specifically, bad Christmas presents. I've got a few submissions here that people have put on Reddit about bad Christmas gifts. Can't get my words out today. Shall I just press go? Should we just go to some songs? It's just because I was having too much of a boogie and then the show started way sooner than I thought it was going to start. I need to concentrate. So, a couple of submissions here that I've got from Reddit of bad Christmas gifts that people have received. Let's crack on with some before we end the show. Today's show is actually the last show of 2022. So this is going to be the last episode at the station anyway. I might try and record some at home to put on the YouTube channel before I head home for Christmas. But this, as it stands, is the last official podcast episode of 2022. Going into 2023, I've, fingers crossed, got some good, great, big plans for this podcast, and hopefully they will come to fruition. If you have any suggestions of more things that you would like to hear or what you would like to hear, then please do get in touch with me at any of the social media channels that I have. Anyway, let's move on to some bad Christmas gift stories, shall we? Okay, the first one, short and sweet. It says, I received a book about how to take criticism, gifted by my mother-in-law. Oh dear. Okie dokie. The next one, another short and sweet one, says toothpaste. Apparently it wasn't even that my breath stank, we were just out of toothpaste. Another short and sweet one. I received a Weight Watchers book and a self-help book. I was 11. Okay. If you're having to give a child a Weight Watchers book and a self-help book at 11 years old, I think you need to look inward and go to the root of the problem, which is yourself. Moving on. I received an engagement ring. Things had been heading south in our relationship a while, but I still flew to his hometown with him for Christmas. During the trip, I decided I just wasn't happy anymore and would end it after the holidays were over. On Christmas morning, in front of his entire family, I unwrapped the engagement ring and he proposed. Most uncomfortable moment ever.
I'm going to go ahead and say that she didn't say yes.
Oh, that is really awkward. I actually can't think of anything worse. I will just say this. If my future partner is listening, please never propose to me on Christmas. Christmas time period, fine. Christmas day? Oh, okay, let's move on. One year my boyfriend brought me a slanket. For those that don't know, a slanket is a blanket with sleeves. I was a bit upset by it because I felt that my boyfriend thought I was a lazy couch potato. And then about 2 months later, I was off work sick and discovered that slankets are completely amazing. I apologised to him and have never doubted him since. See, bit of trust. He knew you were going to love that gift. He knew it. When I still lived with my parents, they got me a Cards Against Humanity deck. Right after I opened it, they told me I'm not allowed to play it until I turned 18. I was 15 at the time. Why would they get you that present if you can't even play it? Or why wouldn't they just let you play it? Okay. When I was 15, another 15-year-old. People seem to be really disappointed at 15. Or 8. When I was 15, I really wanted a dog. Me and you both. My mum knew this. Cue Christmas morning. After we'd opened all of the other presents, my mum came back in with one last one. It was a wrapped box with holes in the sides, bouncing and moving. Puppy barks could be heard. I got so excited to open it and meet my new best friend. When I opened it, it had a stuffed animal puppy, a Bumble toy, a small tape recorder with puppy barks. My heart sank and I just sat there and cried. That's really mean. I mean, you are 15, so you're a little bit more grown up than you possibly should be to cry at that. But that's quite mean. Also, quite a bit of sense of humour, really, I'd say. Next one. Peanut M&M's dispenser. My own mother forgot about my nut allergy that year. Imagine being in the complete stress of the Christmas period and that you so much need a present that you completely forget about the basics of your children. Right, I've got one more, and then I'm going to say my goodbyes for 2022. Oh, that sounded like quite sad and bleak. Okay, last one. At Christmas, I once unwrapped a box of yellow number 2 pencils. I must have looked a little disappointed because my mum told me to just wait and see why Santa had bought them. It was because he'd also got me an electric pencil sharpener. Well, look, if you're with your family this year, if you get to be with your family, let's just appreciate all being together. I'm so excited for Christmas. I want to take a quick moment to thank you all so much for being with me this year. It's been a whole year of Woe Pony. We started back in January when Josh was still my one and only co-host, and then he moved back home to Chai, and then Oliver and David have been regular on and off co-guests with me, and I've had a couple of other friends on as well, Poppy and George, who are going to come back in the new year, and I can't wait. And also I've mostly just been trying to make a lol of it all by myself. I don't know how it's been going. Hopefully well. Please do let me know of anything more that you would like to hear about on the podcast, on the YouTube channel. If you actually come across stories yourself that you need me to hear and to react to, send them to me. I'm more than happy to look at them, and it actually makes my life a lot easier. But thank you so much for listening. I can't believe how many people actually do listen to this, literally like across the seas. We've got the most listeners in America, and that actually blows my
tiny little English mind.
So, without further ado, they did tell me before that the go button wasn't working. What would a Woe Pony show be without a technical glitch to end us in 2022? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you have a really, really Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a really good New Year as well. I will be back on January the 11th, I believe, week before my birthday. Get the presents in. It's almost Capricorn season. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, a Happy New Year. Take care, lots of love, and good night, Mum. Woohoo!